If you work with children, maybe as a teacher, a teaching assistant, a childminder, a care worker, anyone who spends their days with other people's children, I want to talk for you for just a minute because there's something you're seeing every single day that you've probably never been taught to look at. You watch children draw all the time. It's one of the most common activities in any setting that works with kids. You hand out paper, you put crayons on the table, and the children draw. And then what happens? You pin them to the wall, you put them in a folder, you send them home in a school bag, and that's the end of it. And that's such a pity because I want to ask you something. Have you ever looked at a classroom wall full of drawings and noticed that one of them just looks completely different from the rest? Maybe it's darker, maybe it's smaller, maybe everything is crammed into one corner while every other child uses the whole page. Maybe there's a child who draws the same thing every single week while everyone else moves on to the next. You've probably noticed, because I know a lot of people do notice these things, and you might have even thought, that's a bit different, but then you moved on because you have 29 other children to think about, and there's a lesson to plan, and there's a parent to call back, and there's a lunch to organize. So I really understand that, I really do. But that drawing you noticed and moved past might have been the only thing that child gave you all week that told the truth about what's really going on inside them. The children in your care spend more waking hours with you than they do with their parents at home at most days. You see things their parents never see. You're in a position to notice things that nobody else is close enough to catch. And the quiet ones, the ones who never cause trouble, the ones you describe as fine when their parents ask how they are doing, those are often the ones whose drawings are doing all the talking. Because a child who won't open up to 30 classmates and an adult they see as an authority figure will still put everything on the page when you give them a crayon. And you don't need to become a drawing specialist. You just need to know that when a child draws, what ends up on page is worth a second look. And sometimes that second look is the difference between a child who gets help and a child who stays invisible.